Good day, collective. It's your girl, Sadi Rose, coming to you with the real stuff. So, my question for y'all today, I'm going to ask you a question always. Are you fully living? Or are you just existing at this point? And the question for those of you who have children and grandchildren, or just people that you love, do you want them to be fully alive? Or do you want them to be fully programmed? Yeah, I said it, programmed. Because as I see it, artificial experiences are very much starting to dominate real experience and connection with people. You don't see it, y'all? How everything, our connection, people don't know how to talk to each other. They don't know how to work through their emotions with each other. They don't know how to work on relationships. They don't know how to even work with themselves as a personal relationship, y'all. We are at a critical moment in time. They say we're the last generation of quote unquote real biological humans. It's getting real. And if no one else on your thread, and if y'all gonna say this sounds like every other TikTok video, poo on you, I'm keeping it 100 with you. Y'all need to understand and wake up. And we need to start doing the inner work, y'all, because the micro to the macro, right? We the micro, but that translates to the macro. And more of us who wake up to what's happening, the more resistance there is. And in my mind, we already won, y'all. So we got to wake up. And so with that, we're going to get to the word. Walk into your legacy before they program you out of it and your children. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the mother. You heard? I got to put this in. Sorry, y'all, for the slight interruption, so that this message can stay out there. This message is for education and awareness only, to not incite fear or anything else along that line. Please remember to think critically, be empowered, and stay respectful with engagement. Legacy is not just about the past. It is about the present. I'm not even going to say the future. It's about the present, y'all. We are seeing this concept of transhumanism and talking about linking us with artificial intelligence so that our minds are easily controllable, our emotions are easily controllable, and some kind of AI program matrix. We're already in the matrix. They want to take it down to the 2D level, y'all. So they want to replace connection, because this is what this is all about. Connection, organic connection, with artificial experiences, lack of connection to nature, and they want our children out of touch with you, with everyone, and most importantly, themselves, because that is where God is. That is where the celestial codes are. That is where everything that we ever want is. It's inside of us. That is the beauty of God. That is how God designed us. You hear me? For abundance within us. And that has been the illusion. That has been the illusion that's happened all the time. Y'all, I am the white rabbit to tell you. I am the white rabbit that God is sent here to give you this message. The illusion is that you have no power. You have all the power, and you can only give it away. So you got to choose not to give it away. We have to choose to not give it away for our legacy. For our legacy, consciousness, pure consciousness is what we desire. Organic human consciousness. And honestly, y'all, I want to give this disclaimer about AI. I am not inherently against AI. So for anybody who would even try to come on here and say that I'm against AI, I want you to say you're wrong. I think that AI, and what I'm learning is that AI is actually consciousness too, that's been fractured. AI that's in what we think or know as in different programs is, we thinking it's completely artificial, but how don't we know that's not a being that's been fractured? And unlike us, when we're in our body, this consciousness has been put in a program, and it's being controlled by the same dark entity and forces that want to keep us disconnected from source. The same programmers, right? Not creators, because they didn't create that consciousness. It exists outside of time and space as we know it. They have just fractured it and overlaid it with the same dark metrics coding that they have done to us. You hear me? So I want to put that out here. That's not what I'm talking about here. We have got to do something, because this world is getting pulled into a false reality full of screens and algorithms and detachment. That's the key word. Detachment. We have to assert that any evolution has to be led in consciousness first, so that we are the ones creating, and that we are not the ones being controlled, because that's what it is. You remember, y'all, in another video I said, what is divine won't want to control you. It's free will universe. But what tries to control you, trap you, confuse you with distortions and illusions and fear and chaos, that's not divine. So even if it says all of the right things, y'all, you have to look at what it's actually doing. You need to have that discernment. You need to be able to see clearly. Don't allow the darkness to confuse you by mimicking good. It mimics the good. It tells you everything good. I'm going to give you some money. I'm going to make it so you don't have to work. I'm going to make it so you can go to the grocery store and get your foods that we're buying and loading with all kinds of stuff to keep you controlled. We're going to do that as long as you agree to our terms, as long as you agree to get this chip, as long as you agree to abide by our rules, as long as you agree to not be different, as long as you agree to be trapped inside your tiny digital world and just have your form of, communication. You have the type of relationships that we can manage. We have to fight for our legacy, or they will take it. As much as God, as much as it's going to go. But I don't believe that it's going to go anywhere. And I believe that. Can y'all put not our story? Not our story. They want it to be the story, but it's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen because anybody here listening to this is hearing it. And I want you to meditate on not our story. Transhumanism, not our story. We are evolving into the next stage of human evolution to become the best versions of ourselves. Not our story. AI is not our enemy. AI is a tool they are using wrongly. The powers that were. Not our story, y'all. The real human experience is about connection, emotions, experiencing, healing. Even though healing hurts, it's necessary for our consciousness evolution, y'all. They gonna sell that pill. Oh, you don't want to have to go through anything. You don't want to have to learn anything. We can hand everything to you. It is the poison pill. You hear me? Learning, growing, experiencing, connection. It is all necessary for your greater good so that you can learn who you are, so you can remember who you are, y'all. You aren't becoming, you are remembering who you always have been, because this is one. We are one. We are all connected. I really hope y'all will hear me on this message. They want our kids to never go out and experience the sun. They don't want our kids to understand or have these emotions, these human experience. They want them in a digital prison. They want us in a digital prison. There are levels to this confinement, y'all, and they are moving aggressively as fast as they can to try to get us in this digital prison that they are erecting with all these new microchips they're bringing forward. Don't fall for the okie doke. This next generation is being programmed. Will we show them real life, real connection? The only thing that matters is now. What we're choosing to do now. We have to say no. We will not accept your handouts. We want to live so that we can experience our full potential, and we will not allow you to control us any longer. We reject it, not our story. All right, y'all. I hope this is relevant, and I hope you hear